Cancer, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Simone the Moon Goddess. This is your April 2026 reading. This will be for Cancer placement, so Sun, Moon rising, your Venus. Wherever you have Cancer and this message resonates, go with it. All right, loves, let's get into it. Spirit guys, what's the messages for Cancer for April 2026? May all messages be for the highest good of all involved with harm to none. And Cancer, if you're interested in connecting with me for a personal reading, my bookings are open. So the link is down below in order to connect with me. You can also send me an email if you have any questions and queries. All right, Spirit guys, give me 3 cards for Cancer. Thank you. Oh, that was quick. Very quick. King of Cups, 5 of Swords, the Hermit. So you're going to be, you really have to take control of your emotional self in April. There's a lot of going inward for you. People might be trying to call you out your name or pull you into, and I just got so many chills on my arms when I said that, pull you into some kind of conflict, try to get you to use your words in a way that is not supporting you. We have the Tower. Wow. So a big emotional month for you. 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, my loves. But beautiful thing under that is the Wheel of Fortune. So however you feel, wherever your thoughts are going, wherever you feel drained, that is the gateway. That's the portal. It's like Chiron, right? The wounded healer. The wound is the opening for healing. It's showing you where it's time for you to heal. At the heart, 9 of Swords. Wow. Cancer, y'all's reading is heavy. 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So I love that. On either side of your 9 of Swords, you might be feeling worried and anxious because you have all of these different things going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that you're juggling in April, potentially juggling. Lots of ideas, lots of plans, lots of options, lots of ways to go. You don't know which way to go. It's stressing you out. But the beautiful thing is healing is here. The Ace of Cups is here. So when you feel as if you're being pulled down into a spiral of depression, or your energy feels low, or you just feel drained, find a way to come out of that. Find a way to reconnect. Go out, go for a walk. Because if your hands down like this, you're covering your eyes, covering your mind, like you're pulled down into this heaviness. You can't see the gifts that the universe is offering. You can't see the support. You can't see the help. You can't see the forest from the trees. Everything just seems jumbled. You need to go out in nature. You need to connect. You need to go by water. You need to find ways to take a shower, move your body, do star jumps, find a way to shake that off. Because if you're in that energy, you will just keep going downwards. You got to find a way to like find a release and a relief of that energy. So yeah, I did show you that the Tower, 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is supporting your reading. There is some kind of falling away, and in doing so, in whatever is falling away, your King of Cups is what's going to help you to come through on the other side. It's going to help you to find a cloud with a silver lining. You find the silver lining in the situation. If this is not you, this could be somebody in your life who's supporting you, helping you through whatever big changes are happening around you. Watch out for candles. Whatever, when you're using candles this month, be mindful of putting out your candles. Fire safety. Watch out for any fire hazards. This is lots of Mars energy now. In April, we have a huge a huge Aries stellium. Aries is ruled by Mars, right? There's a huge Aries stellium. We have Neptune, Saturn in Aries. We got Mercury in Aries. There's some other things happening in Aries. I don't remember at the minute, but there's a lot happening when it comes to this Mars energy, right? So just be mindful. Mars rules fire, power, domination. Aries rules the head. Be mindful of accidents when it comes to the head, tripping, cuts. Aries rules knives, blood, all of this. So just be mindful of that. There's a need for you to be grounded and solid. Your emotional self, you have to be grounded in it, my loves. You can't get swallowed up in this energy, because that's how you could be careless in some way, and that's how accidents happen. Just be mindful of this, right? Wherever you feel there's potential for feeling very upset when it comes to some kind of conflict, feeling defeated in some way. Words could have been exchanged or could be exchanged in April. People are very much on the aggressive end of things. There's also so much happening in the world. Aries, Mars rules war. We know what's happening as far as that as well. So be mindful if there's a lot of friction around you, people's difference of opinions, different standing on different sides of a story or a belief or ideas, right? You don't get caught up in trying to fight a battle. You cannot control everything that's happening. You can only control your universe, your world, your mind. Don't get caught up in watching the news and feeling anxious about things or feeling angry about things. That's pulling you out of your own energy. You must embody the King of Cups energy. Watch out for overindulging as well. So watch out for overindulging in alcohol and drugs and trying to disassociate. You must be in your body in April. There's a need to go inwards with the Hermit. This Ten of Swords energy. Where are you leaking energy? She's on her phone, scrolling, doom scrolling, right? It's time to put down the devices. It's time to walk away from all of the devices and go inwards. Seek solitude within. Commune with your inner wisdom and your inner wise one. She's closing, for me, in this situation, she's closing on her laptop. That's the wise decision. Closing on the laptop, closing on the devices. This is not it. Yeah, a lot of worry. A lot of worry here. A lot of worry. Very much in the mind. I love that your first card is connected to your energy, Cancer. I love that the first card is the King of Cups. They're like, yep, no matter how tumultuous the water is, whatever's happening in the waves, he's solid on his concrete throne, sitting on top of water. Notice the dolphin in the back as well. There's so much conversation about dolphins at this time as well. So maybe there's some kind of message here regarding dolphins, dolphin symbolism. Look into the symbolism of what dolphins mean, the messages that dolphins are bringing. Maybe listening to dolphin songs, whale songs could help as well. Subliminals. Yeah, it's time to walk away from the devices. You must have boundaries here with the Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. Look, carrying it off, feeling heavy. All feel heavy. But I love that she's sitting between the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So another message of taking care of yourself. You can't take care of others unless you take care of yourself first, right? Like we always say with the analogy of the plane, you got to put the oxygen mask on your face before you do it for others. All right, let's see what's your word of advice. And I was going to say, as I was looking at this Five of Swords, I was going to say, don't, it feels as if you're like, oh, did I say the right thing? Oh, I should have said this. Oh, I should have said that. Or, oh, I shouldn't have said this or shouldn't have said that. I feel like what was said has to be said. What is being said or what was said had to be said. So you can't, don't lose sleep over it. Lose sleep over it, right? You just gotta reconcile with it now. And if it's a case of, oh, I should have said this, let it go. The situation is gone. It will work itself out. Don't worry. So your word of advice is the Emperor and the Four of Swords. The Emperor is Aries. So where it could feel, because you're a water sign and there's all this fire and you could feel overwhelmed with it, it can feel very much like this. You being asked to use that fire to your advantage. Sit in the fire and feel powerful in it, as opposed to it consuming you or even your emotions drowning it out. Because for some of you, you could be so emotional that the tower, because the tower, as much as it's this sudden change, sudden things falling away, some kind of breakdown, whatever, the tower always comes before the star, and the star is the healing card. So whatever the tower happened, it had to happen in order for the healing to happen, right? So how can you sit in that fire and use the fire to cleanse you instead of consuming you? How can you look at the situation, change your perspective on it, and use that fire to cleanse, clear out what's not needed, and heal from it? Sit in that fire. Take dominion and stand in your domain. Use that fire now to be the emperor. That's where the boundaries are laid. That's, you come through on the other side, and now you know how powerful you are, how strong you are, how capable you are, how assertive you are, what you won't stand for, what structures were needed, how you need to solidify, what didn't work before. Is it a failure or a lesson? Right? That's the difference. You could either be in this Nine of Swords energy, or you could stick in the Emperor energy and be like, okay, now I know what doesn't work. Now I know where to focus my energy. Now I know where what's important and what's not. Who's important and who's not. What I will stand for and what I won't. And with that, the Four of Swords is saying, rest your mind. You determine what makes it into your world. You determine what content pops up on your algorithm. Clear out your phone. Clear up your following. Clear up who you're following and who you're allowing to follow you. Reset your algorithm. You determine what you are focused on, what you allow into your domain, what you allow into your mind, what you allow onto your timeline. They don't use these words willy-nilly. Timeline is, they're using that word specifically. What do you allow into your timeline? Now remember, everything happening all at once. Everything all at once. All of these different timelines running concurrently, running alongside each other all at once. Which one are you going to embody and move in and shift into? And it starts here. So the Four of Swords is rest your mind. Put down the devices, Cancer. Rest your mind. All right, let's see what's your final message. I just said to y'all, after the Tower is a star, and here it is. You have the Ten of Wands and the star. So I find it interesting. The Ten of Wands, that's fire, right? And we have this Aries stellium happening. So lots of fire, lots of fire. And perhaps the message here is not so much that you're carrying a lot of load, but the fire that you're carrying, the torches that you're carrying a lot of fire, as in you're moving through time. And in this time, we're being surrounded by a lot of fire energy. We're being influenced and affected by a lot of fire energy. And maybe the message here is to move in faith because she can't see where she's going. She's walking though, but the path ahead is clear. I mean, she's walking towards a road and I don't know what's coming to the road, but I feel like the message here is, as much as there's so much fire, move in faith. Trust in yourself. Trust in your guides, your ancestors, your protectors, your guardian angels, that you will be fine, that you are safe. Because the star here is showing after the tower comes the star. All of your desires and your wishes coming into shape, into form. The star is reminding you that you are divinely guided and you're divinely protected. And the star is also reminding you, this King of Cups energy, you must feed as much as you feed the earth, you must feed the waters. Resting, dreaming, paying attention to the dreams, journaling, whatever you can remember of those dreams. Connect to your waters. Go sit by water, listen to water sounds. You need to feed your spiritual self. And you need to trust that you're safe and you are connected and protected, and trust your intuition. You're not out here by yourself. This 10 of Wands, it feels like you thinking you got to figure it out alone. You got to move through life alone. You got to carry everything alone. No, because the star shows up here and your guides, your protectors is showing you, no, you're not alone. You're not alone. You don't need to carry the fires. Let us carry it. All right. Let's get a money card. Start out with a money card. Then we'll get a love oracle to see what comes through. And then we'll wrap up the reading. Oh, okay, that was quick. Let's see. I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. Card number 11. Right? You can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. You determine what's on your timeline. You determine when you walk away from something, when enough is enough, when you've had enough of the doom and gloom that we are being bombarded with. Oh, the financial world. Oh, the wars. The. You determine how much of that you let in. All right. As you look for a better feeling way to approach whatever you are giving your attention to, as you continue to ask yourself from your ever-changing vantage point, what is it that I do want? Eventually, you will be standing in a very pleasing place, for you cannot continually ask yourself what it is that you do want without your point of attraction beginning to pivot in that direction. The process will be gradual, but your continued application of the process will yield wonderful results in only a few days. You cannot focus on good things and not get that energy coming back at you. But if you stay in this, you keep attracting it. Let's get a love card. What's Cancer's message when it comes to love? Okay, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. So for those of you thinking about love, you can be in a position of you just met somebody, or building on a connection that already exists. No, the energies I see here, Aquarius, I see Aries, we see Virgo, could be Scorpio and Aries here again. We have the water signs. There's Gemini energy, Sagittarius, Libra, and Aquarius energy. All right, bottom of the deck is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Energy needs to lighten up, loves. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So it's interesting to have getting to know each other and heart-to-heart conversations. So maybe part of your story here is letting people help you. Instead of holding all of this energy on your own, connect to your loved ones, talk to people. Because we all going through the same kind of things. You'd be surprised how many people are feeling the same way that you feel and can support you by just talking about it. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. All right. And I see retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. That's underneath trust. And flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Can't make it up. Let's get an angels and ancestors card. What else do I need to share with Cancer for April? All right, let's see. Moon. The moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. That's your ruler showing up for you. Look, Cancer. Take note of intuitive messages. King of Cups. Look up dolphin symbolism. Dream journaling. How you feel. How do things feel? Going out in nature when needed. Sitting by water. Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Boundaries are part of that. Let's see. Mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. I love all these messages. They're so aligned. At the heart is stargazers. Set your sights higher. See Sky Father. Trust in the unknown, and Witch. Be the light. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. You see how y'all's cards are like your sign, your ruler, your speaking loud and clear. A personal issue reaches resolution. So wherever there's been some sort of conflict, something here feels heavy, don't worry. It's sorting itself out. It will. And worrying about it is not going to make it fix itself. So don't waste the energy and the time worrying. The bottom is you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. A new start is coming. New moon. And at the heart is nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. So mutable moon will be Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces moons. It's adaptable, it's changeable. Nothing is yet set in stone. Stop worrying. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Focus on your joy. Believe in the impossible. And confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. All right, Cancer, my loves, that is your message. I hope these messages support you. And I pray that you trust that you are safe. You're safe, you're loved, you're supported. Rest your mind, my loves. All right, until your next message, be well.